Hey guys! So last week I went to Toronto for an event. It was the Canadian launch of Essence Cosmetics. Now, if you haven't heard of Essence Cosmetics before, it's originally I think it was started in the UK, but they're all over Europe now. And they actually also sell stuff at Ulta in the US. I love the brand. It's so cheap, but yet I find that everything is very pigmented, creamy, just great quality. Their lipsticks I've done on my post or on my blog, a post comparing one of their lipsticks to a MAC lipstick, and I actually preferred the Essence. So we got to go to this really fun event, and they had all these displays set up with like racks of their cosmetics, and we kind of were able to go around and take some stuff. So I thought today, as I was getting ready, I was going to use all the new Essence products. So I thought I would do maybe not so much a tutorial, but just kind of show you how everything works. So let's get started. I've done one eye, as you can see already, and so I'm going to work on this one here. What I'm using is this Essence Quattro Eyeshadow Quad, and it's in Over the Taupe. It has a lot of nice colors. There's like your basic highlight white. Let me turn off this light, see if you can see it better. There. White, there's like a nice kind of brown, gray, matte, a little bit of a deeper, little bit sparkly gray, and then your dark black. So I have already primed my eye with Urban Decay Primer Potion, which is just my primer of choice. And now I'm going to take a flat brush from MAC and go into this color here and kind of put that all over the lid. I'll try to get kind of as close as possible. This isn't the best camera to be using. I'm hoping to get a new camera soon that'll have HD video capabilities. So if I want to just keep making videos, hopefully I'll be able to use that. So I've just patted it all over the lid. I'm just going to add a little bit more. So like I said, it's a really nice matte color, good pigmentation. The only problem with these shadows, and it's the same as a lot of shadows, is there's a lot of fallout. So I have already done the foundation on my face, but that's just because I didn't want to be seen with like no foundation on. But usually I do my eyes before I do anything else so that I can wipe under and not ruin anything. So next I am going to take this brush by Bdellium. It's very similar to the MAC 217, but a lot cheaper, and I love these brushes. I think it's a great company. I'm going to go into this color here and put that into my crease. Now you can get up fairly high with this color because I am going to blend it out with the white, so it doesn't matter if it looks kind of like right now that looks a little bit crazy. But don't worry about that because we'll take care of it. I'm just going to add a little bit more. Okay, now I'm going to take a big fluffy brush. I think this one's from Royal and Langnickel. I got it at IMATS in Toronto. Then I'm going to go into that highlight color and kind of place it as a highlight, but also use it to blend out that sort of crazy harsh line. I was realizing as I was looking at myself doing this that I do quite quick motions when I'm in the crease. I swirl my brush quite a bit, and I know when I actually took my makeup artistry course, I was doing my model, who was a friend of mine, makeup. She kept telling me, the teacher didn't do her blending that way. You're not doing it right. But then the teacher came by and said, oh, good blending. So everybody has their own way of doing it, obviously. Still need a little bit more. You can see right here, it's a little heavy. Okay, so now that I have that blended out, I'm going to go in with the darkest kind of, I said it was black, but it's more of like a really, really dark charcoal. And I'm taking a 226 brush from MAC, so it's got kind of a pointed edge to it. And I'm just going to place it, the shadow, right on the outer part of the eye. Just pat it at first so you get enough of the dark color. And then I'm going to add a little bit more. Just pat. And then I'm just going to start blending it in. So this is going to give us a bit of a smoky look without being too over the top. We're not going clubbing. I'm actually going out shopping. I'm just going to go back in with my, well, actually this is a clean fluffy brush from Bdellium, and just blend that out again. Okay, I'm just going to go curl my lashes, and then I will be right back to show you everything else. Okay, so I curled my lashes, and I actually also applied this mascara. It's the Get Big Lashes Volume Boost Waterproof from Essence. Not usually into waterproof mascaras, but I actually really like this one. I find it gives me a lot of length and volume, although my lashes are pretty sparse, so you can't really tell. And I also did my concealer under my eyes. I think I'm going to do a separate video on that because I use 5 products to conceal under my eyes because I have very, very dark circles. So next I'm going to do powder. This is the Essence Mattifying Compact Powder Translucent. I'm just going to take a big brush from MAC. This is the 120. It's supposed to be the blush brush, but I'll use it as a powder brush. And just swirl it all over. One thing about making videos I found is that you see how many weird faces you make all the time. I know my sister would always tease me about the faces I would make when I would do my makeup or go shopping for clothing, but you don't really notice it yourself until you start watching yourself on camera. Okay, I actually like that powder. It has fairly full coverage. You can still see I don't know, I've done concealer, but my acne always still kind of shows through. This is also from Essence. It's their Silky Touch blush in Secret It Girl. It's kind of a nice, like, peachy, corally. It's not coming up as bright on camera, but it's quite bright in person. Just dab that, tap it off, and apply it a little bit to my apples, but back a bit more. No, I'm someone who loves blush, so I like to pile it on. All right, so I am just going to fill in my brows, and I will be back to do the lips. So one thing I picked up at the event that I'm really excited about is the Lash and Brow Gel Mascara. I had been really wanting to get my hands on the Anastasia Brow Gel, but I think it cost like $32, something that I didn't want to pay. And I believe this was $2.99. Okay, so moving on to lips. I'm going to try this it's from the new You Rock collection from Essence, and it is a lip stain. And it is in the color Your Pink is on Fire. So I'm just going to go ahead and fill in my lips with this. I like how this is smaller than a lot of the lip stains I've used because it makes it easier for getting the product on your lips and not outside of your lips. And I don't know, I love this color. Okay, so that's done. I'm going to, instead of adding a moisturizing balm, I'm actually going to add this Essence Tint It color changing lip gloss. It's kind of like the Smashbox O Glow lip gloss, if you've tried that before. So I'm just going to apply that over. It's nice. It's not very sticky, and I don't like very sticky glosses. I mean, it's still a little bit sticky, but definitely not bad. Especially if I like it, because I usually hate really sticky lip glosses. So this is the finished look. I really do love all of the Essence cosmetics that I have and would highly recommend the brand. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next video. Bye!